Hi guys, welcome to the Saving Money Show. Me, your host Sean. If you find any of today's entertainment helpful, don't forget to smash the lovely like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and bell notification. You'll be notified when a new video gets uploaded. Pardon me. If you're looking for a free trading platform which to trade your stocks and shares, don't forget to check out the links in the description below. You'll get a free share worth up to £200 for signing up and depositing a small amount. Free trade only requires a £1 deposit to qualify. The others require £100 or dollars, depending on which one you go for. I use all three. Now on with the show, and I appreciate you giving up your free time to watch it. And we're talking Tesla. Now, we've heard how Tesla's quality has been down. It's near the bottom of the list. We have heard, we're going to look at both sides, don't we? We're looking at what can drop Tesla price and whether it should sell or buy. And before you start disliking or unsubscribing, hold off and watch and debate with me first of all. I do own shares. Now, Tesla's workers' unemployment may be suspended if they don't return, emails show. And apparently they've sacked 2 people for refusing to return. Now, and if you look here, Jim Cramer says those who disagree with Musk don't give a damn about the workers and don't see how he knows. But I've always advocated workers' rights, but put my head on Elon's shoulders, wouldn't mind that. But the fact is, there are people who could take a social stand for workers' rights, and what he says doesn't necessarily make it right, and I do respect him actually. Elon Musk emails Tesla employers breaking even is looking super tight, and people thought it would go down because of this, and saying it's not clear whether breaking even or whether they would break even, and people were unsure whether talking about margin or what. But now, pardon me, God, I'm boring myself to sleep. I don't know how you lot stand with me. And now, they're saying Tesla jumps to record high after Elon Musk email shows optimism around a profitable second quarter. Well, how is that? He just said. He's looking, breaking even is looking super tight. Both of them say that. Now, maybe it's a morale thing. Try and get them to go all out, to put everything in, to try and work as hard as possible, get them to do what they can. Or whatever the reason, you can look at it as some problems. I mean, there was quality issues, and granted that they were fixed fairly soon. So you had issues with whether or not second quarter gonna break even. No offense, I don't think many car producers are gonna. Now, the other thing is, the Fremont factory has been closed for a while, and so have a lot of their factories, so you got to expect that. You know, they're not the only ones to suffer that. The thing that would be worrying me is they reduced their prices, especially in countries like China, which is a main country for EV vehicles, to comply with the EV grant. Now, if you're the main provider of a vehicle, or a type of vehicle, and you're selling them, you don't reduce the price because it cuts into your profit margin. Up until they reduced it, they wasn't selling. Neo was overtaking them, and then they reduced it, and all of a sudden they started selling again. And I've heard some fanboys saying, "Oh well, you know, it's a niche car, it's this." I've heard all the arguments. My response is, "Yeah, well, so is a Ferrari." People say it's too expensive for the average person, and I'm saying, so is a Ferrari. If Ferrari dropped its price to $20,000, they'd sell more than the $8,000 they do per year. Tesla has been reducing its costs so they can reduce the price, so they can come down to the average cost a person can pay for a car, and that was a genius move, in my opinion. When I went to buy my EV, two things that put me off of Tesla was, in London, it didn't have superchargers. There was one supercharger, a supercharging point. At the time I bought my EV, before you guys start getting on my back, oh, there's one here, there's one there, there's one there. There's more now. The other point, it would cost 70 grand to buy one, compared to less than 20 grand to buy the executive version of the Nissan Leaf. I got an amazing deal on the Nissan Leaf negotiating. Now, the thing is, I can see Tesla dropping and having some pullbacks. Does that mean I'm going to sell? No, because, simply put, the people who got rich from Amazon weren't the ones who went into Amazon at $1,500. They're the ones who went in at $14 when people told them they was crazy because it was just an online bookstore. And it's the same as people here. If you sell just because you're making a bit of a profit, then you're not really someone who believes they are the future. Now, I've nothing against you if you sell because you make a profit. No one went broke making a profit. But at the same time, I'm not one of these who starts getting on your back. Oh, you're selling your shares. What's wrong with you? You know, if you made a profit, good luck to you. But my point is, when they're obviously going to go up more, I don't see the point. You are just at the point where they're starting to hit their stride. Last year was Tesla's year. I think this year is NIO's the year, and I think Tesla are starting to hit their stride. They're going to have blips. Every company does, but I do think they'll get to $3,000 in the next few years, 3 to 5 years. But that doesn't make me anti-Tesla for saying they're going to have pullbacks in that period, because they will. And I just don't understand some of the shareholders' mentality when you speak to them and they are just, oh, you're looking at it from a business point of view. Well, we're shareholders, we're meant to look at it from a business point of view. But you can love a stock, but it's still a business point of view. And if you say to them about any other EV type of company, such as Helion, NIO, or anyone else, even if you mention Nikola, and you know my views on Nikola, I don't like them. I don't like their valuation and the way they try to hide things. Now, they jump all over you. Oh, none of them are competitors to Tesla. NIO are going to come out with figures for June saying they've done 4,000 cars. They've sold 4,000 cars for the month of June. That is a big milestone for them. If you're wondering why NIO, I said before this morning how NIO was going to be, if it broke through the 735 mark, it would head to 8 and go over 8. And if you're wondering why it broke through, it's because there's rumours of that coming out. Apparently someone who works there, who's in charge of all this sort of thing, has emailed the CEO telling them that they've sold 4,000 cars for the month of June. Now, to tell the truth, I was hoping for a pullback so I could pick up more. My price point was below 7, but that's where it is. But you speak to some Tesla fanboys about NIO, no, they were just a penny stock. They're nothing. But remember, so was Tesla when it IPO'd. That was only $14. They was, although they weren't a penny stock, they weren't an expensive stock, and people said you were crazy to get into it. So slagging off other companies and saying the same thing about other companies is hypocritical. Now, saying that, I do own Tesla stock and I do intend to hold them. I just want to put my point across how we should be supporting each other regardless, especially those who are young investors. Otherwise, what will happen is these young investors, when they make the mistakes, instead of learning from them, they will be too embarrassed to go back in to the market. They will just lick their wounds and go to another asset class, and that will be a lifetime of money out of the markets, not just theirs, but their friends who they may convince as well. Anyway, sorry about my rant. I know I go on a bit. Don't forget to comment in the box below, even if you want to argue with me about what I've just said, and don't forget to hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. I'll see you later.